If your block is on the way to the machine shop, you might as well have all the threaded holes clean as a whistle. That way, if something makes it through the jet washer, it's not interfering with the bolt in the hole in any way. We use thread chasers to get the job done versus taps. Chasers will leave the threads intact, but taps will cut the threads. In the next panel, you'll see what we ran into. The threads for the mains, for instance, are 250 thou down the hole for the short bolts, but a whopping 830 thou down the hole for the long bolts. These won't work. They're too short. You have to use these. These are long chasers, and you'll need long chasers to chase those threads, because if you put this one in the hole, that's all you get. And it's not quite long enough to completely chase that hole and get it clean. These are from ARP, part number 911-0006. They're long chasers. They will get the job done. When you're sending your stuff to the machine shop, it's a good idea to mark or stamp your stuff before it leaves your shop. Blocks can be marked or stamped in these areas. Cranks on the snout in this area here. Rods and pistons, you'll have to design an identifying mark that you'll recognize when everything returns. One time I got a crank and 3 rods back that didn't have my marks on them. And the owner asked me how I knew, which I thought was a strange question. I said I marked them. Mine were long gone. They went into a motor for the track, and he claimed it was an honest mistake. Well, I just got a bad feeling about it. I never went back. But you can imagine if 20 customers drop off motors in April, racing starts gearing up April, May, June, depending, and they do get swamped. By marking everything, you'll know right away. If you do decide to thread the holes in the lifter valley for plugs, you'll have to get an extra long tap. They come in 6-inch and 8-inch. It's quarter NPT tap. That one right there is a 6-inch. Here we get some weights from our scale. Pistons supposed to weigh 499 grams. Let's see what we got. .1. All right, we'll record that. Wrist pin supposed to weigh 135. $134, huh? 134. And put some spiral locks on here. .8. We'll weigh everything up and then we'll get an idea of what we got going on. The plug on the right is the common size used in this block in all other locations except the dipstick tube hole. This block has two, and one of them is going to have to be blocked off. Otherwise, it'll be exposed to dirt and road dust and everything else right into your oil pan, which will be no good.